Are you thinking about making a move full time to live in Chelan? There might be a few things that you're not aware of. I know there were several things I wasn't aware of. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 things I wish I had known before pulling the trigger and moving from Seattle to Chelan full time. Whether you're seriously considering it or you're just curious about our lifestyle, watch to the end. Now let's get started. Okay, so these are in no order of priority for me. They're just things that I wish I would have known. Not that they would have kept us from moving here, but I just didn't know. They were surprises. The first one revolves around healthcare. And I guess we didn't really realize, my husband and I didn't realize that we were going to have to be more involved, more advocates for our healthcare than we did when we lived on the west side. There are 3 main facilities here. There's Chelan Health, which is our new hospital. And then there's Columbia Valley Health, which is out by Walmart next to or across the street from the new hospital. And then there's Confluence Health in Wenatchee, where, you know, a lot of surgeries are done and procedures are done. And the 3 work together, but they don't always talk really well together. The one has my chart and the other one has something else proprietary and the other one has nothing. And so sometimes, test results might not get sent, orders might not get sent. So we've had to be a lot more proactive than we're used to having to be. And it's not a bad thing. I think everybody should be involved. It's just something we weren't aware of. So that would be the first thing. Another thing to keep in mind if you're thinking about moving here full time that we did not realize is about online shopping. The one thing here in Chelan is we've got some wonderful local shops, and we have the Walmart, which is probably one of the nicest Walmarts I think I've ever seen. And but you're going to do online shopping here. I mean, you're going to, and if you pay for Amazon Prime, you're not going to get it same day. You're not going to get it next day. More than likely, you're going to get it within 2 business days. And sometimes that gets bumped out to 3, 4, 5. The other part of that, though, is because Amazon ships via the post office, our post office is not open on Saturdays. So if you're expecting a package, it might be delivered. You're going to get a notification that it's delivered, but you're not going to get in there and be able to go up to the counter to get it. So just know you're going to have to wait until Monday. Another thing is about restaurants. We love to go out midweek, break the week up, and have lunch, have a late lunch. But especially during the off season, many of our favorite spots are closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. And the thing is, they change that. So just when you start to fall into a routine, they, switch it up. So it's not that it doesn't happen during season when our tourists and visitors come, but it's definitely a thing in the off season. So you always want to be double checking and making sure, are they open? Did they change their days where they're closed? Before you head out, or at least have a plan B too. The next thing is about our climate. We are in north central Washington and we are dry. We have a lot of dust. And if you have sinus problems, if you have issues with dry skin, you need to be aware of that. I did not notice this as much when we were visiting, using our home as a second home, as I have since we've moved here full time. But my sinuses personally are really bothered by the dryness. And it's just something that I have chosen to live with. I know some people can't. They probably have far worse situation than I have, but it's something that you may not be aware of if you have not spent a long period of time here through multiple seasons. Another one revolves around contractors. I have a saying that I often share with people, which is that many contractors are on Chelan time. it's getting better. It's not a bad thing. And I don't mean that, in a derogatory way. It's just things are a slower pace here. And so I've had people not return my phone calls. I've had people show up to give me a quote and then I never hear from them again. If you want to schedule projects, many people are months out. If you're thinking about moving here and building, that's going to take you probably at least a year to two. Many builders are 2 years out with their builds, so somebody would have to drop out of their schedule. So it's just something to know that it's just a little bit different over here if you want to have work done. Um, Always best to go by referral, in my opinion. But even then, it's not a foolproof thing. So I hope that helps. Until next time, cheers.